Mercedes Halford, the podcast. Okay, so while Video Diary 19, I don't even know if you can see that. While Video Diary 19 is uploading, I'm just gonna open another tab to FL Studios. Boop. I have a lot of things on my computer, but yeah, I usually record my podcast in FL Studios because I don't know what people record podcasts on, and this is easy for me. So let me just make sure the box is turned on. So since there's like lights on, that's how you know it's on, and I'm gonna just turn this button on because I don't really know what it means yet. I am a music major, so I'm probably going to find out in the next 3 years, but all I know is that when I click that button, the microphone comes on. So I click this and I go to Scarlett Solo USB 1, use selective external, yeah, and then I go down here and I change it to HD output because that sends it to like my computer instead of like the box thing. And then I'm gonna go to this one and do the exact same thing so then I can hear the audio through my computer and speak through my microphone. So then when I get my microphone, I should be able, look, I should be able to see this sound on there. Yeah, like I can actually see the sound on there. Like the microphone, that's all the way over here. It's picking up the sound, and you can kind of hear my voice through the computer. But I'm gonna get my microphone real quick. I usually turn the recording button off here and leave this one on. So like when I click record everything. When I click record, I usually put it on song. But when I click record, it'll record one line instead of, if this was on, it would record two for some reason. So I keep it off. This is where I record. I usually record on my bed. Okay, let's listen. Let me turn off the red thing on the box so it can stop listening to me.
Like, can you hear me? Microphone?
I feel like there's a little bit of an echo. So I'm gonna turn the gain knob down some. Let's turn it to there.
Hey, at the door. Okay, let's go listen to it.
I don't know. FL Studios be having me like confuzzled, honestly. More testing stuff. So earlier this morning while I was in the shower, I made a little script of what I wanted to talk about on this week's episode. So you're probably gonna see this video on like the 17th of August, but this episode has already been released on August 12th. So if you're watching this, you should watch episode 2 of my podcast. But anyways, we're gonna be filming a video. We're gonna be filming a episode about my experience with having baby fever, my experience with birth control, and my experience with being a sexually active teenager, and how all of that is terrifying for me. Testing this spot.
Are you tired of your important pages falling out of your binder again? Don't really feel like adding stickers or drawing pictures on your journal this time? Well, it's time for you to get a journal from MercedesHalford.com. Now that I'm writing in Mercedes Halford's journals, I feel so much better. Ever since I started writing in Mercedes Halford's journals, my manifestations have all come true. Ever since I started using Mercedes Halford's planners, I've gotten so much done. You need a journal. You need a journal. You need a journal from MercedesHalford.com.
I'm just being anxious. Because this topic is like difficult. It's not difficult. I'm not used to being adult yet. Like, I'm not used to being able to talk about 18 plus topics. Okay. So today I was researching birth controls, and I've been a teenager for quite a while now, 13 to 18, and baby fever is a real thing. Maybe if I spend time with my younger siblings, I will hate kids. And even the channels that I did watch originally that weren't family channels turned into family channels. I'm not sure people can even relate to the idea of like having baby fever as a teenager. Like I'm not sure if that's a thing, because when I Google it, nothing comes up. So I feel like I'm really putting myself out there, and it's crazy because I'm putting myself out there. Not only am I putting myself out there, but I'm putting myself out there like super early, because right now I don't really get many views on my YouTube channel. I don't get really many likes, any comments. So that's absolutely no reassurance that there are people out there who are experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing. But I wanted to put it on my podcast just in case there are people out there who are feeling what I'm feeling, because at least when they Google what I Googled, it would come up and they would feel less alone. Because right now, I definitely feel incredibly alone when it comes to the idea of even having baby fever, or wanting to be married, or wanting to move out, or moving a little bit faster in life when you're so young, and dealing with the guilt that comes with that, because you know that it's not acceptable in this day and age. So definitely go listen to that episode if you're interested in me talking about my experiences with teenage sex, and how it makes me uncomfortable, and how it makes me afraid, and how it makes me anxious, and how I'm not sure if my feelings are valid. I really want to step out of my comfort zone on my podcast and talk about things that I am experiencing, because there's a good chance that if I'm experiencing it, somebody else is or has at some point. I don't know. I could be making a large mistake right now. A large mistake. After editing this episode, it ended up being 10 minutes, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this 10 minutes or if I want to combine it with something else and make it longer. But honestly, I want it to just be like what it ends up being. Like, I want to title this one thing, you know, and I think it's gonna end up being like a rant. Like, this is what it sounds like. It sounds like a rant. Like, I'm ranting, and that's what I wanted this podcast to be. Like, I want it to be rants, story times, you know, telling what it's like to be a Gen Z, being a part of Gen Z from my perspective, and being on lookout, and even at one point getting or dog sitting, because there's something about, so my brother is 9 years. Either I get my period, or I named the episode Quick 10-Minute Rant Dealing with Baby Fever, Birth Control, and Anxiety Over Sex as a Teen. And the description says, after spending 17 years of her existence hiding her sexual desires, it's finally time to make decisions about her sex life. Mercedes Halford discusses how she feels stuck in a constant loop of stress and anxiety when it comes to these topics. After getting off birth control in May, it's time to come to a decision about how she's going to prevent teenage pregnancy. While she's 100,000% sure she doesn't want to take the abstinence route, she confronts her long-awaited decision on what birth control she's going to take, as well as listing her experiences with baby fever, birth control, and sex as a teenager. And then I listed my Instagram, my YouTube, my website. But yeah, this is coming out on August 12th, which is a Friday, and it's literally exactly 10 minutes. So maybe I'll like make this a thing. Like, maybe every now and then I'll do a 10-minute rant, because I don't want it to be, I mean, if I was gonna rant, I wouldn't want it to be more than 10 minutes anyway. The description of my podcast says that I do rants, story times, discussions, and old diary entries. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to do a reading my old diaries type thing next time. My old diaries are like all the way behind there, if you can see them. in the back behind the peaceful journal. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas about how I'm going to read my diary on my podcast, but that's clearly for another video diary because I'm not doing that tonight. It's only 8:52 p.m. but I'm very like exhausted. I think I might just go to sleep actually. So yeah, it was nice. Goodbye.